Welcome to the MagiReco news. I'm MagiReco, the Rose Yellum. This Halloween, I'm going as a tomato. Our top story today is Halloween is apparently here, although we didn't quite get what we wanted, but we'll get to that in a bit. First off, though, we'll have to do some catching up that I was putting off until now. So 2 days ago, there was actually a bit of news that I didn't want to make a video just about that because it was just like one piece of information that was actually kind of important. Two pieces, actually. And one of those is indeed there is another change to charge disks. Oh, is charge disk actually good now? Well, yeah, but still not as good as Excel and Blast strategies. What does this change actually do? Well, they're going to change the damage that charge disks do. So I have right here an image that you should see where you can kind of see how much damage each disks actually do. So for Excel disks, if you just use an Excel disk normally, it's not part of a Puella combo, it just does 100% modifier as a damage, like the basic damage that a disk does. But if you use an Excel disk in a Puella combo, it deals 120% damage. That's basically the damage bonus that you get from Puella. It's like 20%, as you can see. Now, that makes sense. For example, let's say you have a Ren, for example, and you do an ACB combo, like the Excel, Charge, and Blast all belong to Ren herself, then it will be a Puella combo, of course, and because it's a Puella combo, that first Excel disc will deal 120% damage. That Charge disc will also deal 120% damage, and the Blast disc like 108%, doesn't matter. Now, if, let's say, for example, the last disc, the Blast disc, was not part of a Puella combo, for example, belongs to KANAGI instead, for example. So it's 2 discs from Ren, 1 disc from KANAGI, that's not a Puella combo. Then, since it's not a Puella combo, the first disc, the Excel disc, will deal 100% damage, but the Charge disc deals 80% damage. The damage goes down by quite a lot. So outside of a Puella combo, Charge discs don't deal much damage. Now, the reason why this is important is because when you do charge combos now, since the charge combo charge count up plus bonuses exist now, and they only work when that specific character that has that bonus is actually part of the combo, that means that you actually want to get charge combos between multiple characters. Let's say you have 3 characters, they all have a charge disc bonus like that, and then one character has 1 charge disc, another character gets another charge disc in there, and the third character also gets another charge disc in there. You get a charge combo, you get like plus 10 charges or whatever, plus 9 actually would be the most likely one. So you get like a ton of charges immediately, but guess what? That's not a Puella combo. And since that is not a Puella combo, each of those charge discs would deal 80% damage. That kind of sucks, doesn't it? Especially because so many characters that are focused on charge discs now actually have bonuses that increase the damage their charge discs deal, but outside of a Puella combo, which you don't actually want the Puella combo that much to get more of the charge combo charge count up plus bonuses, your charge discs would deal a lot less damage. But that's getting changed now. A lot of talking about this because I wanted you to understand this. Now what they change is they're saying it's kind of sad that a charge does so much less damage in outside of a Puella combo. So now the charge disc damage right here will go from 80% to 100%. That is the change. So now it will deal as much damage outside of a Puella combo as an Excel disc does, which is really good. Now, just to reiterate on the numbers, imagine right now, for example, in that situation that I said the ACB combo, that's a Puella combo, and maybe that charge disc does 30,000 damage. Let's say now it isn't a Puella combo anymore. Now that charge disc would deal 20,000 damage. It goes from 30,000 to 20,000 damage. That's how big the damage drop is if you're not part of a Puella combo. But with the new change, it will go then back up again to 25,000. Oh, that's a lot better. Keep in mind though that of course a lot of the charge disc damage bonuses on the discs themselves are percentage bonuses, so having a higher base makes those percentage bonuses even better. So now charge discs actually hit really hard even if they're not part of a Puella combo. Isn't that awesome? Isn't that awesome? So that makes charge quite a bit better, like those charge focused strategies, I mean. Does that mean charge is as good as Excel or Blast? No, because the main problem that you still have with charge disc strategies is that RNG plays way too much of a role. That said, basically all the important charge characters that have been released, like Jun, Tsukuyo, Momoko for example, just to name some of them, I don't know if Rico has it, but they all have monopolized draw or charge draw, something like that. They all have these effects that draw their discs that they want to counteract RNG? Is it good game design to have such a core fundamental flaw trying to be overwritten by just adding a whole bunch of personal memorias that just kind of try and patch the problem like that? I don't think so. I don't think that's elegant at all, but that said, with all the changes that have been made to charge, now if you play a full charge strategy, it will actually be really good. You can actually play charge strategies now that are actually really good, but you require specific characters with their personals and full spirit enhancement, and you still need at least a little bit of RNG and actually some sort of idea about what you actually want to do. You can't go in blind into any stage. So, but yeah, you can do it. You can play charge. You can definitely play charge. It's fine now. But I'll still prefer Excel and Blast strategies, like they're still just superior. Okay, that was a lot of talking about this, but that's basically all the most important stuff to glean from all of this. There's also another bit where they're talking about the next Kimochi. There it is. This is the next Kimochi. Turquoise lips, I think it's called. No, turquoise ears. It's the ear Kimochi. Turquoise. They're saying use charge characters. The thing is, on this specific Kimochi, it's dark type. It's dark type, and also it has a Magia damage cut on it, so sorry all you Magia strategies out there, you'll still deal a lot of damage. Like the thing is, we already had a Kimochi before that had Magia damage cut on it, so that your Magia damage would be reduced, and Magia still was the best strategy. Keep that in mind. But the thing is, this Kimochi takes bonus damage from charge and blasts, meaning they kind of want you to play charge and blast strategies. I'll probably stick to blast strategies with maybe some Magia in there. Maybe like a Final Tard will be absolutely absurd in this. Something like that. Maybe a Madokami as a support, an amazing support as well. Maybe Karin and Ao. That's probably gonna be my team, like Final Tard, Madokami, and either Karin or Ao. Do you even have either of those? Something like that. So just to give you basically an idea of what you might do on this Kimochi. I'm going to be doing a guide on this. Don't worry about this. There will be a guide for Kimochi battles, but I will wait until the Kimochi battle actually happens so that I can actually show you in game while fighting the Kimochi what you actually do, other than just talking in a blank screen like this. That said, the Kimochi will happen in November, so we don't have to worry about this anytime soon. But now to the actual more important stuff. There's a new Magia report. Yay, about Halloween. Look at that. It's little Van Helsing. Ui, doesn't matter. More importantly, KANAGI. So you know how people always wanted KANAGI to, like, for example, KANAGI can step on me and she can give me the suck, but F4S kind of took that the other way and said, the dominating personality, and she wants to give you the suck. She's a vampire. So she's a vampire now. That's just what she is now. I can give you guys a quick rundown of her skills, because once again, it's going to take a few days after she's been released. And by the way, all of this will going to go live in like 2 days, including the charge disc change. They'll go live in 2 days. I can give you a quick rundown of her because it's going to take a time before I can get the how good is Vampire KANAGI out there. But just to give you a very quick overview, well, of course you can see her discs and the stats right there. Don't forget those are her 4-star stats, and the ones in brackets are the SE bonuses. But she gets to, isn't that like 10,000 attack already at 4-star? Isn't that kind of amazing? She's gonna be like over 12,000 attack or something. That's just amazing. She's gonna have a really aggressive moveset, right? Well, we'll get to that. Her Connect gives attack up, which is normal, and it gives HP restore and evade. Here's the thing. I don't know if that gives it to herself or to her target. The reason why I'm worried about this is because she's a vampire. And if she's a vampire and connects with someone, you would think, does that mean she heals herself and gives herself evade? Maybe, or maybe she gives evade to a target and heals herself. That's weird. That's really, really weird. It's also possible that she heals someone else and gives the blow. I don't know. But it never says this. I think even on Yosuru, who gives chase to herself, it doesn't say this. So Yosuru, in case you don't know, if she connects to someone else, she herself gains chase. Very unique, but in the description, I don't think it actually mentions that. I don't think in the description it says gives chase to self. It just says gives chase. So it's possible this actually gives it to herself, which I think is amazing. But that said, even so, you know I just said how, oh my god, she's going to be super duper aggressive. This is super duper defensive, and she has no defense. Well, we're going to have to worry about that when we see her entire spirit enhancement board and everything else, and her personal and everything, to pass judgment on that. But I'd at least say that it's already a bit weird that she's super duper aggressive but has like a defensive connect. What about her Magia though? Well, it's an AoE Magia that removes enemy MP, like it lowers enemy MP by a bunch. You can even see it right here in the image, that it reduces enemy MP. We can't see by how much, because all of these enemy characters seem to have very low MP, so we don't see how much it does in total. And what it also does, it gives evade and HP restore to self. So once again, more evade and more HP restore to self. But since the Magia gives evade to self and HP restore to self, could they connect to the same? We didn't need to worry about that. We also see 2 of these Spirit Enhancement nodes, but we know there's a lot more than 2, but we at least see 2 of these Spirit Enhancement nodes. And what these do is, the first one is Perimana Charge. What does that do? It gives evade to self, wow! And it gives MP restore to self, which I think level 2, I don't know how much that's gonna be, like 20, 15? It's hard to say. You have no idea what this could be. It could be anywhere between 15 and 30. I can actually do a little check right here. Okay, so Madoka has MP Restore 6, which is 25. And so MP Restore 2 will be a lot less. Will be only a handful of MP, so it's probably going to be a whole lot. But Roman numerals never matter for anything, so maybe it will be the exact 8 MP that it says down here. But like I said, Roman numerals don't mean anything. It could be anywhere from 10 to 20. But keep that in mind. What else does it do? Oh yeah, one of the passives, which is interesting, is that when the battle starts, she gains a buff. And this, two buffs actually. And each of these buffs will block one status ailment. So she's immune to 2 status ailments for infinite amount of turns until she gets hit by 2 status ailments, and then they disappear. So if you want to actually put a status ailment on her, you have to actually get her inflicted with 3 status ailments. However, I think the way this works is if you just attempt to put it on, it might already do it. No. So here's the thing, either it blocks it when you just attempt it, or it blocks it when it would have actually gone through. So for example, if you get hit by a 30% fog, will that actually work? We have to worry about the how good is video to figure that out. But you can see she has a lot of evade, and you might be thinking, oh man, if she has so much evade, then won't she be useless when she gets hit by status ailments? Well, she has ailment denial twice, so you can at least worry about that. But that's at least a quick overview that I want to give you guys on Vampire Kanagi. Moving on though, we see some Memoria. I can look at that. Look how cool it is. By the way, the story blurb for this one, I don't know, it's somewhere in here. It says something like Kanagi invites her friends over, and then suddenly they're all in a witch barrier or something, or just in some strange place, in some barrier, I guess. And we see that Kanagi has red eyes and is a vampire. And you look at this Memoria right here, and you're like, what is going on? And my idea is that Mitama was probably like, hey Kanagi, wanna do more Halloween stuff? Because we never do Halloween. Wanna celebrate Halloween together? And Kanagi's like, oh, I can't be bothered. And Mitama just goes, you know what? I don't give a shit. And just makes her a vampire. And then sort of goes, whoops, accidentally made Kanagi into a vampire. You know, what happens, you know? Just Mitama stuff. Anyway. Look at these Memoria. The first one gives Morale Weapon Adept, which is damage increase 4, which is pretty good, and also MP gain up 4. This one is actually amazing for anyone who wants to go to Magia. Any sort of Magia strategy, this will be an absolutely amazing Memoria, but it's limited. Which also makes sense because, of course, limited Memoria are stronger. And a lot of people usually go, oh man, it kind of sucks that limited Memoria are like the strong ones, right? But on the other hand, if the unlimited Memoria with a strong Memoria, then what would be the point of limited Memoria if they were so weak, right? It kind of makes sense that they're stronger because they're harder to get, right? The harder something is to get, the stronger it should be, because otherwise, what's the point of it being hard to get? On the other hand, I kind of want this, but I'm not gonna roll for this, so that sucks. But yeah, that's actually a really, really good Memoria for anyone who wants to go to MP, wants to go to Magia. And also, we have the 3-star Memoria, chance to chase on self for a turn. Whatever, who gives a shit. But yeah, that's all of that. Yeah, there's also the event. You can see it right here in big anymore. Oh my god. It's gonna be probably some Castlevania type of event. The name of the event, you can see there's quite a lot of stuff here. There's like 2 lines and then 3 lines. The name of the event. Halloween Castle of Prayers and Funeral, the living are bewildered, the dead are silent. Japanese names are absolutely absurd, but yeah, you can scroll down here and it's a freaking dungeon event. It's a dungeon event, and a lot of people don't like this. A lot of people also love it. It's the most divisive type of event in the entire game. It has only ever been run once, during the Reco event. In case you don't know about the dungeon event, it's gonna take too long to explain right here. Just imagine going on a dungeon crawl with all your favorite characters. You just fight enemies. It's not really too much problem. The reason why most people hated it, I say most people, I don't actually know the correct ratios, but why a lot of people hated it is because it's really hard to farm correctly. Like, the trying to clear shop in this event is annoying as fuck. But on the other hand, it's actually really fun to just play through it first time, and actually, especially if you have a team that's not super duper awesome, it actually gets more fun if your team isn't super duper great and you can't steamroll everything. Like, try and plot your route and be like, oh, can I take a heal here? Do I take some damage here? And actually do some strategizing. Oh my god, strategizing in MagiReco, what the fuck? So it's a mixed bag. But maybe after Reco event they made some changes. Maybe they improved the farming. Maybe we'll have to figure that out. But I'm stoked. I'm so stoked, dude. I love this, actually. I like the Reco event, and I always said, man, the first boss type event they ever ran, which is, like, for example, the Tart events, the first boss type event they ran was the Cosmic event, the worst event ever, and then they improved on it. And then Tart event 3 was actually really good. So hopefully they improved on this event type as well, and hopefully we're gonna get something amazing. But yeah, that's basically all of it. That's just explanations, because people probably forgot what this event type even is. And you get this Memoria right here, whatever it is. Also, one thing rather important to note, which might have slipped on some people's radar, this is a part 1, meaning that there will be a part 2, meaning that there will be more costumes and another gacha character. The other gacha character, probably non-Momoko. Or Nanoko or something, as some people said. Non-Momoko will probably be the second character, so if you don't want Vampire KANAGI, non-Momoko might probably be right after this. We don't know what her type is or what she is or whatever. But you can look out for that as well. And more costumes. Right now we're getting costumes for Rio. Rio's getting more costumes still. She's gotten like so many costumes recently. And also Kanai and Mel, who have been seen as ghosts in the background of some of the Memoria. I can't show it to you right now. But Kanai and Mel will apparently appear as ghosts in this event, which is weird as fuck. But since there's a part 2, I'm still holding out. Karin might not be the unit, but Karin is really good friends with both Momoko and Kanagi. And she knows Mitama as well, so it's possible that who can resolve this situation? Well, it's Karin might come in there to stop Kanagi. Ooh. She might get a costume. We might get a Halloween costume for Karin. Oh my god, that would be amazing. That was that. Hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and I'll see you guys next time.